Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hafizami Hussein. For this presentation, our group analysed a housing sale brochure for a project called Lanai Lakeside, developed by Semderby Property. This study focused on understanding how housing brochures are designed and how well they serve their purpose. For our methodology, we reviewed the printed sale brochure, conducted a site visit to the sales gallery and the site project, and interviewed a project staff member. Our findings are shared by each team member in the following section. Now we are going to project overview of Lanai Lakeside, located low density enclave within Bandar Bukit Raja. Developed by Semderby Property, this project under construction comprises 72 freehold 2 and 3 story semi-detached homes over 40 by 80 lots, featuring 3,185 to 4,211 square feet built-up sizes and scheduled for completion in 2027. Situated next to a 180-acre park with walking trail access, Lanai Lakeside combines modern layouts, and you will find open-plan living, private garden balconies, skylight features, and flexi suites that cater to multi-generational families. Thank you, and I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Sabrina and I will present on the design and visual appeal of the brochure. Let's start by looking at the overall visual presentation of Lanai Lakeside brochure. It adopts an earthy brown theme reflecting the project's modern tropical design. The layout is clean, professional and minimal, which complements the luxury branding. But it doesn't create a strong emotional pull or lifestyle narrative. It feels more informative than immersive. Moreover, the brochure includes a clear site plan and layout drawings. If we look closer, there's a legend listing the amenities, including a clubhouse, security features, and the lakeside setting. However, these selling points are presented in small symbols and text. Without visual emphasis or lifestyle images, their appeal might be overlooked by potential buyers. There's no zoom in or pull highlighted that draws attention to what makes the development attractive. One of the key concerns is the placement of the price. It appears in a small font at the bottom of the final page. This may give an impression that the brochure is not fully transparent, especially for buyers who are scheming. Important information like pricing, build-up size, or key selling points could be more visually prioritized. That's it for the visual of the brochure. I will pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Nulena and I will be presenting on how the Lanai Lakeside housing brochure complies with the guidelines set by the Ministry of Local Government Development, also known as KPKT. Before any housing brochure can be distributed to the public, it must go through an approval process by the National Housing Department, JPN, under KPKT. Only after receiving this approval, the developer is legally allowed to print and distribute the brochure. So what exactly does KPKT require in a housing brochure? It includes several key details such as the project name and lengthener, whether it's freehold or freehold, the developer license number, and the advertising permit, layout plan, unit detail, and other relevant project information. All of these are meant to help potential buyers make informed decisions and avoid being mistakenly reviewing the Lanai Lakeside brochure. We found that it mostly complies with KPKT requirements. First, the developer license number and APDL are clearly stated. Second, the lengthener is clearly mentioned. Third, the layout plans, floor dimension, and list of proposed facilities are all included and well presented. Most importantly, the brochure contains a statement that it has been officially approved by KPKT, which enhances its credibility. However, we did identify a small issue. The KPKT approval statement appears to be a font size bigger than error 12, which does not comply with the latest guideline updated on 20 February 2025. Even though it's minor, this still matters in terms of regulatory formatting. Most importantly, the brochure contains a statement that it has been officially approved by KPKT, which enhances its credibility. However, we did identify a small issue. The KPKT approval statement appears to use a font size bigger than error 12, which does not comply with the latest guideline updated on 20 February 2025. Even though it's minor, this still matters in terms of regulatory formatting. Conclusion: Lanai Lakeside brochure is a good example of a well-regulated marketing document. fulfilling nearly all KPKT requirements with only a small formatting oversight. I will now hand it over to Erman, who will share the insight we gathered during our interview with the developer.
Hello, my name is Erman Mezani and I will present about the developer insight. Our interview with Ms. Noor Fahima, the assistant manager at the development firm, to get insight into the project early challenge. According to her, one of the main issues encountered during land acquisition was the conversion process, transforming the land from oil palm plantation into residential zone. This involved detailed application, compliance with state requirement, and significant premium payment. In the planning and design stage, the team also faced challenge, ensuring full compliance with KPKT guidelines. This includes planning for essential community facilities such as surau, tadika, and other public amenities to support long-term livability. Despite the hurdles, Ms. Noor Fahima emphasized the importance of meeting regulatory standards which they have done for the past 8 months before starting the project by coordinating with others such as town planner, consultant, and local authority. This can help in create sustainable and well-balanced community. Thank you. I will pass this to the next presenter.
Thank you, Herman. I am Yusuf. Let's move to Developer Insight Part 2. For this part, I will share the insight gathered from our interview with the developer, focusing on challenges faced during the construction and sales process. Construction phase. According to the developer, one of the main issues during construction was managing delays caused by weather and shortage of material, especially during peak periods. They also face challenges in coordinating subcontractor and ensuring that all works comply with approval specification and timeline. Sales phase, the developer mentioned difficulty in reaching the sales target due to economic uncertainty and buyers concerned about loan approval. There were also complaints regarding the clarity of information in the brochure, which led to minor confusion among potential buyers. So overall, the developer shared that the process from planning to sale is complex and requires strong coordination among departments and stakeholders. Despite the challenges, they are committed to delivering quality housing and working on improving communication material to avoid misunderstanding in the future. Moving to the next presenter.
Thank you, Yusuf. My name is Wan Hazi Haikal. During our site observation, we visited the sales gallery and nearby construction site. The gallery was well presented with a modern layout and interior styling that matched the brochure's brown tone, timber-inspired theme. At the site, Phase 2 was actively progressing. However, we noticed that the lakeside label may be misleading as the water feature is artificially and modest in scale. Additionally, community facilities like a surau or hall were not yet built. For documentation, we gathered site photo, reviewed the sale brochure, and conducted an interview with the assistant project manager. She explained that the land originally belonged to the Sandabi plantation, so the acquisition process was straightforward. She also emphasized that the brochure was developed by 3 departments, legal, planning, and project, to ensure consistency with KPKT guidelines and the sale and purchase agreement. Through our analysis, we found that while the brochure does fulfill most regulatory requirements, some promotional elements might set unrealistic expectations. In our discussion, we highlighted the importance of clear labeling of artistic impression and early development of promised facilities. As a recommendation, we suggest Sandabi enhance brochure transparency, include real site photos in future updates, and ensure key amenities like the surau are prioritized during early construction to maintain trust and compliance. Thank you. I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
In conclusion, our review of the Lanai Lakeside brochure shows that while the design supports its luxury branding, certain details like the small font size for pricing and KPKT approval could be improved for greater transparency. The brochure mostly complies with regulatory requirements and provides essential information, but could benefit from clearer visual emphasis on key selling points. Through our interview with the developer, we also gained a better understanding of the real-world challenges they face, from land conversion to marketing and construction coordination. Ultimately, a well-designed brochure should strike a balance between aesthetic appeal and buyer clarity, something that Samdarbi Property is clearly working toward. Before we conclude our presentation, we would like to share some photographs taken during our visit to Sales Gallery and project site. That is all from us. Thank you.